E for marketwizards.com and eminywizard.com. About 10:15 on the 1st of August 2019, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. Well, as we talked about, we thought that just as good odds for the bounce today as there was for a close your eyes and short. Early shorts had their fun coming into, obviously, the gap close, and then we've had the bounce immediately from the open. And we said be careful because today's first of the month bias, and we find these type bounces come out of nowhere in a corrective market. And they typically will get Charlie both times. The first time trying to short like shooting fish in a barrel, and then the second time, okay, we're going long side, I guess. And then on the pullback, Charlie gets beat when profits are being taken by the longs. So normally we expect a bounce like this to occur, and usually it'll go a little farther than you think, and then all of a sudden you'll get some profit taking come in, and that's the short you really want. And so the question is, does it come this morning or come at lunch or this afternoon, if at all? Nobody knows. But this is the target range that we thought the longs would be trying to get to, this box up here that I've got identified, and including that 01 to 02 retest. So the longs have not disappointed me in expecting this type of jack in the box trade. Anybody that's at 95, we said paid for sure. 92s and 95s, and the goal of the boys to try to dislodge traders that were in from this high. It's the way they keep traders from getting position. That's the expectation. All right, we're at the top of the pipe from yesterday. Anybody long side stops up, and I've got getting late in the hour. Anybody that's been looking at the NQ, and RTY, note that we've had a similar type bounce. And obviously this whole area, once we got above this high, this has been on auction. This was the fast move. I said, I think the low is in already for the day. I still am going to stick by my guns and say, I think the low is in. I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And these are the type moves that, quote, come out of nowhere. The traders who are inexperienced just have never seen before and don't get it. Said you got to get up to the 38 to 40 area. Next area, obviously, is this breakdown right here. And one more, because it's a retest of that prior low. And then my expectation is this is the box that we are fighting right now. And this is fulfilling what I had said earlier. Is typically you'll try a short, take your stop outs and say, geez, why didn't I just buy? And that's why I alerted everybody earlier today. The odds were just as good for the longs as for the shorts. So no one should be surprised by the boys trying to dislodge this high. Anybody that's had a long side trade, whether you started at the open or jumped in and said, this is a squeeze, I believe when he says there's going to be a squeeze before we get a dump. My primary target actually has not quite been hit yet. I'd like to see the 01 get tagged, but close enough. If you're here at that 98 area, make sure you are paid. Talking about a couple of pennies now, and timing is also getting dicier for the long side. Whack-a-mole. So the range that was posted yesterday, clearly can use up every bit of this and then some. That's usually the expectation. You'll bust that high. Just that's the game. Knock out the stops, a little bit of a squeeze, and then you'll get your pullback, and that's still whack-a-mole. So the first key on this, obviously, is can the market hold at 78? Because that's the middle. And then they dump it down here, late close, but that's why we said make sure you're paid by the 78, because that's the middle in this rotation. Very helpful chart. Target before we're done is at 01.5. Whether we get it or not, don't know, but that's the target. Anybody wants to short using that 02 area as resistance, take your stop if it doesn't work. Anybody long side? Been blessed with a great trade, stops up, coming into the end of IB. Seen this bad movie before. And now the longs will get overconfident, in my opinion. We may need some time to consolidate a bit, but we should get a reasonable short either at lunch or this afternoon, maybe by late morning.